Hey everybody, I'm here with a quick story on Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. Well, Sabrina is upset and she's speaking through her lawyer. She's trying to let us know that we, the public, got it all wrong. That Wendy has freedom. Wendy is being treated well. Wendy can see her family. And Sabrina is claiming she only got paid $30,000 and has been working for free since 2022. You show me a person that's gonna work for free. I haven't met one yet. And the ones I have met, now I'll take that back. I met some, they're volunteers. But I never seen anybody who doesn't call himself a volunteer working for free. Sabrina needs to stop. Let me share a screen so we can get right into this story. So Wendy Williams, Guardian's lawyer, says media is wrong. Wendy has freedom, great care, and a competent guardian. Really? TMZ has just received a letter from a lawyer repping Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. And the attorney claims some of the media coverage, you notice they said some, of the media coverage of the guardianship and their client is untrue, inaccurate, incomplete, or misleading. Mhm. The attorney knows Morrissey did not create the guardianship, the judge did. He goes on to say a judge declared Wendy legally incapacitated last August after she was diagnosed with frontal temporal dementia and the year before. The lawyer says Wendy has not been kept from her family, saying she can call them and see them whenever she wants. Really? Wendy says she has not been allowed visitors, with just a few exceptions, since entering the assisted living facility in New York, and that is Sabrina. The Guardian notes Wendy traveled twice to Florida. Twice? How long has she been in this guardianship? It is 2025 to visit family. We're told Wendy claims the judge actually turned down the last visit for her dad's birthday and reversed that decision after TMZ's documentary Saving Wendy dropped on Tubi. And I heard that from the very beginning about this visit to go see her dad. The lawyer says Wendy is receiving excellent medical care where there is a spa, a workout room, excellent food, a dining room, and outside terraces. Wendy says she is often denied access to many of these perks because she can only leave the fifth floor memory unit with permission. And that is true. I believe her when she says that. Now, this is the caregiver. Her name is Gina. And Gina said that when Wendy, okay, hold on. Let me just blow that. When Wendy went to the hospital, the guardian didn't even speak to Wendy. She had no words for her because she said that she don't really have no relationship with Wendy, meaning she don't even care about Wendy. And you, the guardian, let's take a listen.
She's in the hospital. We're waiting to see, what the next tests are. To my understanding, she may be going under some more tests. And hopefully, we're trying to see if she can go into a less restricted environment.
How long are you expecting her to stay at the hospital, and what kind of tests are we talking about?
It's day by day right now. I think she has to go through another eval as well, just to kind of seal the deal. I think it's a little more extensive, is my understanding, but that may not be true. I don't know. Everything's just been up in the air as of today, but right now she's safe in a safe environment where she is protected and she's not confined. And there's people on her side.
Shoot me down here if you want, but my recon is she's at the hospital, not necessarily because of additional tests. She does not want to go back to that memory unit.
There are more tests coming. It's my understanding there's one today. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but no, obviously, clearly, nobody would want to go there. Wendy doesn't want to go there. She doesn't want to go back to a confined space. She doesn't want to go onto a locked unit. No, she definitely does not want to do that. And she feels very protected at the hospital.
Has the Guardian said anything to Wendy with everything that's going on? I mean, that we have the documentary and the NYPD and Adult Protective Services and a psychiatric test and all these things. Has the Guardian interacted with her at all to talk about this?
No, it's my understanding Wendy said the Guardian showed up at the hospital, didn't ask how she's doing, didn't ask what's going on.
Did she talk to Wendy?
Not at all. She just stood outside of her room, according to Wendy.
What's going on here? I mean, why wouldn't the guardian interact with her?
I think the guardian is guarded, if that's the right thing to say. I think she feels that anything that she says towards Wendy is going to be put under a microscope, and she may be criticized for it. But that's sad and unfortunate, because to me, that means that she hasn't developed a relationship with Wendy. She is not guarding Wendy. She's not looking for what's in her best interest, because a good guardian will have a relationship with their ward. A good guardian would be worried about their ward. A good guardian would want their ward to be happy. And so if there's a communication breakdown, you need not be that guardian, because how are you going to work in her best interest?
And that's why Sabrina needs to go. The lawyer says Wendy's attorneys tried to terminate the guardianship last year, but the judge denied it. Morrissey's lawyer says she's free to try again, and Wendy is doing just that. It's interesting, the letter acknowledges frontotemporal dementia, FTD, is a degenerate condition that causes a progressive decline in cognitive and behavior. There is no mention of the various conversations Wendy has had on camera and on the phone in which she sounds like her old self, something that belies a degenerate condition. This letter also says symptoms of FTD include memory loss. As we reported, an independent psychiatrist examined Wendy on Monday and gave her a cognitive test, which she aced. The lawyer says Morrissey has received one payment of less than $30,000 for services rendered since 2022. So she's trying to tell us she didn't get paid for 2023, 2024, and in March of 2025. She got no other payment. I don't believe that. The guardian has worked without pay. Only the court will determine how much and when Miss Morrissey is paid for her services rendered. Finally, the lawyer warns for statements about Miss Wendy Williams. Her condition in the guardianship harms Wendy and her interests and undermine protection created by the court for her health and welfare. Wendy, her niece, her independent caregiver, and others have a very different view of the situation. I remember on the Where's Wendy Williams documentary, Wendy's friend said that she wasn't really allowed to speak to or hear from Wendy, the niece, the son, the sister. So all of these people are going to lie and say that they didn't know where Wendy was. They couldn't get in touch with her. They couldn't come see her. They're all going to lie. If Wendy had the opportunity to have family members visit her, her own family is going to lie and say, oh no, we wasn't allowed to visit Wendy, but yet they was visiting her. Wendy says she's locked away, she's lonely. She wouldn't say, okay, but at least on Wednesdays I get to see my sister or this one. And I know it wouldn't be often and easy for them to go because she's in New York and they're in Florida, but I'm sure if she was allowed visitors, they would try to come see her at some point or the other. I think Sabrina and the lawyer are full of it. I think Sabrina is a scam artist. And I will say this, Sabrina could not put Wendy under no guardianship herself. Yes, she did need a judge and there was a court and they assigned her as the guardian, but something in the water is not clean. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts about Sabrina. And I will say this, if she's saying that Wendy is being so well taken care of, how do you send Wendy for 2 days to go see her father? You give her a credit card, and when she uses that credit card, debit card, or whatever it was, and she tries to make a purchase, it was denied. That's being taken care of well. And then y'all got the nerve. If she's been in this conservatorship since 2022 and it is now 2025, and you want to talk about out of all of those years, she got to go to Florida to see her family twice, and y'all want to give us the nonsense of all is well and Wendy's being taken care of well and she's being treated fairly. No, we're not going for it. At least I'm not. Let me know your thoughts. Chat with me. I'll chat back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.